This video is brought to you by eToro. Now, you may have seen that eToro sponsor a number of Premier League clubs. Now, if you don't have time to invest, you can use eToro's CopyTrader feature, copy top performing investors, so when they make a trade, you make the same trade automatically at no additional cost. Then click the link in the description and get on it right now. AFTV DT, time to get into yet another. When are we going to do a player ratings where we're like, oh yeah, man, go 8, 9, 9, 10, 9.
Not today.
It's definitely not going to be today. It was another poor performance.
Let's start as we mean to go on.
Renison.
0. I'm not even bantering. What do you want me to say, man? I'm being serious. You tell me if you could give him more than a 0.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I would give him,
I'm trying to think of something he did well in the game. I'm trying to think of something he did well. Oh yeah, the save that he made from Jesus.
Oh, okay. Let's.
Yeah, that was a good save.
All right, let's give him a medal. 0. How many goals were his fault? You want me to give him more than a 0?
Do you think all the goals were his fault? I think
first
maybe
one definitely.
First one, second one definitely the free throw.
Third one, a bit slow off his line.
Bit slow off, could have made himself a bit bigger.
And then the fourth one, he doesn't come out and command the 6-yard box. We're not talking about the ball that's crossed on the 18-yard or around the penalty spot.
I think all 4 top keeper could have avoided you know?
Yep, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
MUSTAFI. He weren't a 0.
No, he's a 1.
He weren't a 1.
He was a 1. He's crap. Please get him out of the club. Please, Robbie.
I mean, he's ball watching for one of the goals.
Ball watching.
The first goal as well, I think he could have done better as well.
Yeah, 1. Tell me why.
All right, 1. CEDRIC.
Player that needs to be shifted out of the door. Let's just
hope
that...
a 4-year contract.
Yeah, well, let's hope that they give him that 4-year contract so we can get some money.
You keep saying this. Oh, we're giving these people long-term contracts to make money.
Hope. I said initially maybe we did actually buy him because we thought that he was, you know, okay. But then as time goes on, you realise he's not at all. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know what he could do. Maybe be a Freddie Mercury tribute act or something. I don't know. Just please. 3.
Gabriel.
You know what's worrying me about him is that all the crap that he trains with is rubbing off on him.
He's a bit rushed today.
It's been rushed the last couple of weeks, to be fair. He has been. And this worries me because...
Again, it's a player, I think, young player, now...
Lots been put on his shoulders.
Playing in a poor team and he's trying too hard.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, look, let's just try and, you know, be honest about this. If Gabriel was playing...
I didn't think he was terrible, though.
No, he wasn't terrible. But I'm saying if Gabriel was playing next to a Virgil van Dijk, for example... Would he be rash and making mistakes and things like that? No, he'd be learning. And yeah, he'd make the odd mistake here or there, but it's starting to see it creep into his game now. And how many years have we seen it? Because they train with such crap that you're going to learn. You know, they say that if you train with great players, you will learn. Well, it's the same. If you train with crap, you're going to become crap. So I'd say a 4. Because I felt he was a bit rash at times.
Kolasinac.
Not the worst player on the pitch, but at the same time, another player that just simply is not good enough for this club and shouldn't be here. I've had the luxury of being able to look at some of the highlights back, and there was a moment in the second half where Balogun went through, and it's a simple pass. Just slide him in. And it genuinely is a simple pass. And he makes the wrong choice again. And you can go all the way back to the Europa League final against Chelsea. 0-0. Ball comes out to him out wide, and you've got Lacronova waiting for just a simple slide rule ball across. And what does he do? Touch like a trampoline. Shocking. 3.
Mohamed El Neni.
It's just another player that's just wasting space in the team, isn't he? Let's be honest. Can probably put the odd game in here or there like the Manchester United one. But the reality is that performance was based off Thomas Partey. When you haven't got Thomas Partey there, he's so out of his depth. Lovely guy, met him as well. No problem with his attitude. I actually think that he's probably one of the ones that actually is not a problem behind the scenes. Comes to training, very nice, humble. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But from the outside looking in, he seems like that kind of guy. But does that mean he should play for the club? No. Not the worst on the pitch, we'll give him a 4 as well.
All right, Ceballos.
Again, you sit and ask the questions as to why Real Madrid let him go. If he can't get in their team and they're not having the best of times, are they? Then there needs to be serious questions as to what's wrong. And again, tonight, I thought he had good energy tonight. But it's just nothing, no productivity, nothing creative, nothing to get you off your seats. We've gone from some midfielders that literally get your bum off your seat and excite you to that. 4.
Willock.
I felt he made some good runs in the first half. I felt he was trying to stretch beyond the back line and in that sense. But again, Jesus. Right. Get people cutting that bit now saying, DJ's got COVID. No. Jesus, I guess you got, you know, when you get that in your throat and it's I'm going to sound like I'm crying. But again, it's a young boy that's expecting to do things in a team that's just in a bad way. And these kids shouldn't have these kind of pressures on their shoulders. So worked hard, but apart from that, I can't give more than a 4, to be honest.
Okay. Maitland-NILES.
I thought it was a quiet evening for his stand, you know, from what you saw the other day. But again, you look what's around him. It's just, it's tough, isn't it? And I just pray that he's in the team against Chelsea at least, because if he brings back Bella in, then you're going to have to start asking questions, aren't you? But Maitland-NILES 4 as well, I'd say.
Right, Martinelli.
Best player till he come off with Lacazette, I'd say. He brings energy, enthusiasm, directness,
Skill.
aggression, skill, everything you want. For his performance alone in that first half, and I'll give him an 8, because I felt that he was the reason why we went in at half-time 1-1. And we were putting Man City on the back foot. It's not because he went off why we lost, because he could have still been on the pitch and Runarsson decides to do what he did. But we lost that spark once he did go off. And yeah, for that first half performance, I'll give him an 8 for that.
Okay, Lacazette.
I thought he worked his
goal from open
nuts
play
off. But I thought he worked his nuts off tonight. I thought he really worked his nuts off. And not up there with Martinelli, but contributed enough to suggest that, yeah.
Nice goal as well.
Nice goal, really good header. And yeah, 7 for me.
Okay, subs that came on, Balogun.
Again, I want to see more of him now, because again, he come on tonight, he was
lively,
direct,
really get
lively.
Not enough time, but he just looks lively.
This is it. I can't give him more than a 5 because of the time he was on or anything like that.
I want to see more of him as well.
I want to see more. Why does Eddie keep getting an opportunity and Balogun don't?
Smith Rowe. Oh, sorry, what did you give him?
No, 5.
5.
Yeah.
Smith Rowe. Again, look lively.
Yeah, look lively. He was picking up those pockets we keep moaning about. You know, over the last couple of weeks, the only people that have been picking up those pockets for us are the referees. This is not, you know what I mean? And we was even alluding to that in the last stream and laughing about it and saying, my God, look, the ref's in the perfect position. Sign him up. How much does he want a week? He's literally picking up all the pockets we want. And then Smith Rowe, he started doing that. He was picking up pockets and he put that ball just slipped down the channel. When was the last time we had a player in that final third that's in an area that's dangerous and is looking for slide rule passes? And
what have they got to do to... It's not like the players playing in front of them are doing anything. I don't get it.
Well, there you go. So, again, was he on long enough?
Not really.
So same thing again, 5, but not based on his performance, just time on the pitch.
And Pepe.
Again, it's just, there was one real good moment where the keeper made a good save from him, but that needs to be on a consistent basis.
Decision making. I know the thing is, when you've got a player that you want him to beat players, people do get frustrated when he goes to beat someone and he loses it. And that is going to happen when you're that type of player.
It will happen.
But he's still his decision making sometimes. It's like, yo, come on, man.
In that sense, you know,
a player of his quality.
I can't give him more than a 4 because he done more of that than the latter, which I was speaking about. If he'd have done more of that, taking on and, you know, and if you have a shot and the keeper saves it, we can sit there and say fair play. You've tested him. You know, but there was one 5 minutes before that where he has it on the edge and he tries to bend it and it goes wide and not good enough, man. 4 for me.
All right, the manager.
It's a tough one, isn't it? I think we all expected changes, but I don't think that... this is the thing, it's a catch-22 because you play Leno tonight and he gets injured. Everyone says, why'd you play him? Then you
especially after seeing what we saw
But
tonight.
then you don't play Leno and everyone says, why didn't you play him? So it's the life of a manager in that respect. Everyone else, there's players there where I just genuinely don't think that they should ever put on a shirt for Arsenal Football Club again because they're simply not good enough. And I think that the problem that Mikel is having right now is that he's putting too much faith in the players that have let down this club for years. Not just the odd game here or there. We're going right back to Arsene Wenger. And this is not me blaming Arsene Wenger. I'm just saying players like Mustafi are players that let Arsene Wenger down, then let Unai Emery down, and are now letting down Mikel Arteta. So what makes you think it's going to change? It's not. So get them out. I'd rather... We talk about Saliba and we've had this conversation, but even that, I'd rather... You say that, but I would rather... No, but listen, I think even ahead of that, I'd rather see Callum Chambers ahead of Mustafi.
Even Pablo Mari. If the guy's rubbish, if he's whatever he does, the things that we've heard, he's behind the scenes, he wants to play, yeah? Play him, man. I'm fed up of seeing, like you said, some of these guys, like these Mustafis and that, I've been seeing these guys for years do nothing for Arsenal. I'd rather Saliba come out there tonight and put in a mediocre performance. Play him. What do you give him?
2. Because he picked the players and they've ultimately flopped.
And the referee...
Oh, he was shit anyway, man. No, the referee was shit. He had his whistle in his mouth before we'd even made a foul. He was waiting for it. He knew it. And, you know, there's one incident in the first half where we had a foul clearly on the edge of the box and he never gave it. They go up the other end and he gives a foul straight away. It's just no consistency, but I'm not blaming him for our performance. I'm just saying he's shit. So, 0. Because he's a ref. Okay, well, that's it. Another L. Again. I want to wish everybody a happy Christmas. I don't. We've had a shit Christmas. Let's hope. Like you said on your interview, I'm not going to make this affect my Christmas. I'm not going to think about Arsenal. I'll leave them I'm leaving Arsenal to Boxing Day. Listen, you may as well let you see how many tracksuits they're bringing out and kits. Yeah. They may as well bring out Santa suits, the amount of presents we've been handing out. I'm not even joking. Just get them all, Santa suits, red hats, get them out there, stick Adidas on it, fly Emirates or fly Rudolph, whatever it is, and just go out there. Because I'm trying to laugh because it's that bad at the moment and it's just poor. You're wearing an old school shirt, I'm wearing old school. Maybe that's because we're trying to remember the good times. We're trying to remember the good times. Merry Christmas.
This video is brought to you by eToro. Now, you may have seen that eToro sponsor a number of Premier League clubs, and you might be wondering, who are they? Well, eToro is a global investment platform with over 16 million registered users, which offers everything from stocks, currencies and commodities to cryptos like Bitcoin. Now, if you don't have time to invest, eToro is perfect. You can use eToro's CopyTrader feature, copy top performing investors, so when they make a trade, you make the same trade automatically at no additional cost. So if you're looking to start investing and you want to find out more about eToro, then click the link in the description and get on it right now.
Robbie here from AFTV. We just got to say a big thank you to everybody who follows us across our various channels. Over 1 million followers on YouTube. Don't forget, you can now also catch us on Reddit. We're on Reddit, so get involved with us on Reddit and also on TikTok.
Keep it AFTV, baby, right here.